Hey everyone, this is Josh from before, and I'm here with McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, the Penguin. Normally I unbox these during the review, but I was doing a live stream recently, and we were talking about Matt Reeves, the Batman movie, and I opened this guy up during the live stream, but I didn't go over him the way I would in a traditional review, so let's make this a quick one, and we'll just get a close look here at Oswald Cobblepot. Really want to look at the picture on the back, which... I don't know if this was a prototype figure or if that's heavily photoshopped. The portrait looks a lot more stylized, and it's got a lot heavier paint apps on there. I want to say that the photo looks a bit more striking than the actual figure does, and I do tend to say that I wish they would go for a little bit more slightly stylized look in these live action figures. I mean, because when you get down to it, you know, a few years ago, McFarlane, they were doing stuff like the Walking Dead, Stranger Things figures with tons of paint apps, and they could go for that more realistic look where they could compete with what NECA was doing, but they're just not, that's not what they're doing anymore. So I do think bringing a slightly more stylized approach to the live action figures would just make them a little bit more striking as pieces of plastic. The other thing about this photo is that he's holding an umbrella. They didn't give us an umbrella. Normally an accessory, extra hands or whatever, it's not like a make or break situation for me. But to not give us an umbrella with a penguin figure, especially considering he comes with two accessory holding hands, feels like a big miss. Okay, so while the comparison to the promo photo was unflattering, this is kind of my favorite sculpt of the whole Batman movie wave. I like the hefty frame. The face looks really good. The paint on it looks really good. He is looking to the side. And my gripes about the live action figures really boil down to just, I wish they would just make some of the details pop a little bit more. You know, like you come over to this death metal Batman and all these little straps and buckles and stuff. Give it a slightly exaggerated look that just looks really cool in an action figure. So going a little bit further on little things like that, making the lapels pop off a little bit more. I would prefer little details like that, even if it's quote unquote not realistic. So this long trench coat here that's covering most of the torso is making it look like the figure's going to be pretty stiff, but he actually does have a lot of movement. He's got butterfly sockets in that shoulder there, a cut at the bicep, a single elbow with a rotation. And underneath this jacket, there is a waist. He can lean a little bit to the side, so if you're trying to give him like a little bit of a limp kind of pose, you know, in his walk, hence his penguin nickname. And the jacket is surprisingly stretchy. I don't love how they made it all one piece. They made both jackets here, his suit jacket and the trench coat, one thing. I don't love it, but it's got more give than you think, and it'll even hold there. So they're really making some fantastic advancements in this soft, pliable stuff, and they're doing a better job of making it both thick and extremely stretchy. I will say, you know, it's the single elbow, and I wish when a figure's wearing like plain clothes, like a suit and stuff, I want them to be able to be like adjusting their tie, or adjusting their jacket. The best he can do is like run the jewels, basically, you know. The knees are pretty stiff. I hit it with a hairdryer and they're still pretty stiff, but once you get them bent all the way, you see they get just about 90 degrees. They also rotate there. If he's stepping forward, it starts to get a little unsightly there, but when he's just kind of walking like that, pretty good look. And then ball joints in the ankles are hidden up under there. The edge of his pants are stretchy, so when you move the ankle, it's pretty nice. Okay, so I was going to compare him to all the other figures from the Batman movie wave, but I've taken my Riddler and my Drifter Bruce Wayne apart, and I used them to make this custom Bob the Goon. So this is what I've got, and I'm calling it quits here. I'm not going to pick up any of the unmasked ones. If they want to come back to this movie, you know, if they want to give us Gordon and if they want to give us the Batmobile, I'm open to that. But this is a pretty good lineup. I don't know if they're all going to make it to my shelf. You know, like I said, I do kind of go in more for these figures to just have a little bit more stylistic oomph, a little more pizzazz. I like what they did here. They really went all out for the movie, but overall, not a huge draw for me, and that's just kind of a personal taste thing. But this Penguin figure, he is really fun, and again, in some ways, kind of the most fun of the whole wave, just because he's a unique body style. Whether or not you need him, that's going to be your call. I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.